This morning's first scripture lesson is from 1 Samuel chapter 3, verse 10, which can be found on page 236 in the Old Testament section of your Blue Bible, or you may follow along on the AV monitors. Now the Lord came and stood there, calling as before, "Samuel, Samuel." And Samuel said, "Speak, for your servant is listening." This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. This morning's second scripture lesson, which Pastor Paul will be preaching on, is from Matthew chapter 20, verses 20 to 28, which is from the 21st century King James Version. So please follow along on the AV monitors. Then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her sons, worshiping him and desiring a certain thing of him. And he said to her, What wilt thou? She said unto him, Grant that these my 2 sons may sit, the one on thy right hand and the other on the left, in thy kingdom. But Jesus answered and said, Ye know not what ye ask. Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? They said unto him, We are able. And he said unto them, Ye shall drink indeed of my cup, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. But to sit on my right hand and on my left hand is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared by my Father. And when the 10 heard it, they were moved with indignation against the 2 brethren. But Jesus called them unto him and said, Ye know that the princes of the Gentiles exercise dominion over them, and they that are great exercise authority upon them. But it shall not be so among you. But whatsoever will be great among you, let him be your minister. And whatsoever will be chief among you, let him be your servant, even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life as a ransom for many. This is the gospel of our risen Lord. Thanks be to God.
Thank you, Lord.